Shimano GTA chums. Over at Benny's, you've got the discount of the week for Benny's. There's only one. Is the Progen Itali GTB. If you purchase this, you can also do a Benny's upgrade for this week only, about 289 grand, I think, or call it 300. So altogether, you'd be looking at 1 million to get a car like this. I've already shown you the standard GTB in a previous video, but check that out to see the difference. But I'm going to show you the customization for this and then do a little bit of a drive. I'm going to talk about performance in a different video entirely. So obviously all the armour is upgraded and brakes, so all we need to look at is the cosmetics. So bumper wise, we have the Pro Mark II bumper on there. You can reveal the intercooler if you fancy it. Mark II Extreme bumper looks nice. Here's the others, the best of the rest. So I think we're going to go with something at the high end of the scale still, but we're not going to go for that one. We are going to go for the Extreme bumper, I think. Yep, the Mark II. What's the difference? Let's go for the Mark II. Why not? It costs more. Rear bumper. There's a few options. Touring diffuser, and these other ones, the primary touring. I quite like these. So, or you go stock. We'll swap it to a primary. Engine, it doesn't have anything other than engine tunes, and the exhaust is where it gets interesting. So you've got titanium trapezoids, the inverted exhausts, and these chubby ones that don't look quite right, the quads. So I'm going to swap it over to a titanium trapezoid. Fenders. So the fenders, we got extended fenders here, so we can extend that front fender if you want. And the rear, we've already done the cutout rear. There's a different cutout there over fender. So I mean, it extends the fender a little bit. I think that looks a little bit nicer, so we're going to go for that. And cutout, we're going to leave it the same, so that is nice anyway, and that's as good as it is, I think. Hood accessories, chrome hood catches we have, angled. I think the chrome are good. And the hood, we have the Extreme Racing hood at the moment, and I like the Ultra because it makes a smiley face, so we're going to choose that one to change it, just for the sake of it. But here's the standard ones, well, more standard. So vented hood, double hood. This is the same as what you have on the standard GTB, and these are the real added value ones, these two here. I think these are the best two. Okay, so, hood, yeah. Horn, interior. So interior, you've got the dash. I've gone for the most expensive, the carbon, and I think that looks the best. This is a stock dash, so it doesn't look very, very interesting at all. And you can gradually upgrade it, but I think you've got to go carbon, which is 30 odd grand, to be best. I like a digital display in this one, but you can have various analog displays as well as a mix of analog and digital. But we're going to stick with that. Doors, we might change these. So you've got, these are the standard, and then you have these racing styles. So I think the racing style suits it, but let's go for the carbon. Why not have a bit of a change there? Seats, I think I have the best seats in there. These are a bit too chub, and these are a bit too standard. And you can colour the seats as well. Steering wheels, I think I have the best one of that. Sprint Professional, I like it simple. Whereas these are a bit too complicated, and you have all of these as well. All this kind of Benny's ones, so they're all going to be to your taste as you choose. Light colour, we could change it from ultra blue, I like ultra blue, to the green, not bright, so lime green if I was going to change it, but I'm not going to change it. Roll cage, I've not got a roll cage, I don't think it suits this build, really. I mean, it is a kind of race build, but if you're going to go for a cage, I'd go for the half cage, but I'm going to leave it with none. And that is the interior. Lights, so yeah, it's all the standard lights really. Xenons, we're not going to go for those though. Livery, now this is where you can make some differences. I think this is the best livery. Let's have a look to see if we can swap it. So the Krebso is alright. I don't like the redwood so much, it's a bit too red, but maybe with a different colour background. And that is a little bit too basic. Let's go back to the Krebso, yeah, that looks alright. Bite, yeah, I mean, I'm not terribly blown away by the liveries. I think I've got the best one. But even bearing that in mind, I might select this one. Do I want to? Not sure. Oh, let's do it. No, let's not sod it, because I just don't like levers as much. But what we are going to change is not the plates. Any custom license plates? Nothing exciting. Can change it to V-Gang if we want. Respray. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a bit of a respray to change it. We'll go for a metallic because I don't really fancy the matte colours and that. We could actually just go for a silver, for a stock silver, but let's go for some kind of silver, I think. Why not? Well, actually, no, let's keep going to the red, because we've got orange pearlescent at the moment, and I think the red goes really well with that. I mean, you've got red on red with this stripe, that's the only thing that niggles me a bit about that, so maybe I should change it back to a silver like I was thinking. That red is good, that's a wine red, nice. But let's have a little look at secondary colours, so we'll stick with that. Metallic, and I think we need something that contrasts but isn't disgusting. Simply, white would do. So there's a diamond blue, that's a bit like white. It also colours up the wing, but we may be changing that. Blue, where's this white? Come on. Cream, bleach brown, that is. There it is, ice white, which is a bit glaring, isn't it, ice white? I'm going to go with frost white. Okay, that is good. We could just go red. Trim colour, so this is it's currently green, so this is the internals, but I think that needs to be something else now. Maybe a white. Diamond blue would work. Where's the white at? There we are. Cream, ice white. I think we can go ice white with this one. Okay, crew emblem what I'm going to put on, and roof. So I think we have the best stuff on the roof there, but let's have a look. Aerial, vortex generators, carbon stripe roof. So this makes it all red, which is quite nice, but I like the contrast. So we're going to leave it as it is. Skirts, we already have the best, I think. GT skirt gives that little bit of a lump. We could go low level skirt to change it a bit, but we're not going to. Spoiler, so this is where we can make some more significant changes. You've got lots of options compared to the standard Itali. So I like quite a few of them. Here's the standard Itali one. Actually, the Itali has these as well, and I like them. I'm going to put on something standard, I think, possibly. I mean, there's the primary wing, and there's the secondary. But I don't like the way it sticks out the bonnet like that. That sticks out the back a little bit, doesn't it? I kind of like that a bit better, but you know what I do like? I like that one. Where is it? Stop being indecisive. Secondary, custom carbon, yeah, that'll do.
Don't she look pretty?
The transmission is done. We've done all that. Wheels. Now we're going to leave the wheels the same because these are the stock wheels. They change dependent upon your. So the wheel color we can change. Maybe something a little bit different like race yellow would do, just to contrast the red, too much red in it. And the tyres as well, you can do tyre design, white wall. I think it's a bit too much white with the white wall, so we're just going to go with a standard atomic, and tyre smoke will leave as orange. Okay, so that leaves the windows. We could go limo. I think it will suit it this time, so we're going to do that. And that's it, it's complete. Nice. So this is part of what you're paying for. If you look at the boot is pretty the same in the rear, but the front, you've got all this pipe work. So that's what you get as a Benny's custom vehicle that you don't get in the standard GTB. However, I'm going to take it for a little drive now, and let's close all our doors because we don't want them in the way. Now, you're thinking, what's the difference between this and the standard GTB? Well, it's race performance really. think the GTB does perform better on a racetrack compared to the Benny's custom variant, and that's because of the traction. So although both are all-wheel drive cars, so that's the good news. This one, the custom variant, has much less traction, so it skids on the corners. Kind of good for power slides. Let's see if we can power slide. But then the standard car does power slide as well, but it's got a much more control. So for me, I think I prefer the way the standard GTB handles compared to this. So if I was going to choose one or the other, just for racing, just for driving around, I would choose the other one. However, you've got to look at the Benny's custom options as well. If you like those liveries, and I think that's probably the main point, because I think there's enough customization on the standard to make, you know, a nice car. I don't think there's enough in it. I know there's like little extra panels, you know, with vents here and there, and certainly the hood. You know, the look of the hood is very unique, for sure. And that might be enough reason to upgrade. I mean, it's only 290 grand, so it's not a massive amount. But because you lose the race performance, I mean, it's not bad race performance still. It means it probably isn't as good as you might think it is for a Benny's car. So it's quite a tricky one to make your mind up if you want one or the other. I've chosen both, mainly because I accidentally bought another one and upgraded it when it was on discount last time, which is this one. This is the second one I bought, but the first one and only one I upgraded. So making your mind up on is it worth it? Well, I'd probably say you want to check out my video to look at what kind of performance difference there is between the two, which I've not entirely looked at yet myself while I'm talking about this with my conclusion, despite the fact this video might come out after the other one. So for now, I think with making your mind up on buying this car, I think you just have to look at the video and the customization and make a decision on that. Whoa! But nevertheless, it's a fun car, and for $1 million, I think it's worth $1 million for sure. But when you look at the performance, let's look at the performance overall of both GTBs. If you look at it in the super class, it really isn't competitive. I mean, you're at the top of the medium end, so yeah, it's good enough for just driving around, but it's not good enough for racing in, unless you're racing against a pile of numpties. You know, the Kriegers, the Emirates, etc., they will be beating you by quite a margin. And I think the original GTB, it probably has better traction than the Krieger, but it doesn't have the speed to make it competitive enough. So, as a competitive car, you might not be wanting to buy this. Well, I don't think you will be wanting to buy it purely as a competitive car. It's merely one for the collection, one that you might enjoy driving around town, one that you like the look of. You know, those are reasons why you'd be buying this car. Okay, right, if you found that useful, drop a like and a subscribe, and I think that's certainly worth considering, so have a think about it, whether you want this car in your collection. It is a nice example, so like and subscribe. But thank you very much for watching, and have a great day if you are playing GTA today, my fine chums. Thanks for watching.